stuff like that on her ultimate, which requires you to have max rank of the ultimate once her passive gives her that. So we'll see, but then that means the Syndra turret. Oh, he's gonna try to punish this. He swept, knows there's nothing there. Gets the cast.
Very nice ulti there. Oh, Sneaky, and he's gonna look to interrupt the jump away as well. Sneaky still trying to escape, but is he long for this world? No! A first blood goes the way of Hakuo, and Lyra shows up when they need him.
That was the okie doke as well. They went
repeat. Got flash of his own. Speaking of flashing over the wall, go Impact and contracts both. Seraph flashing back on his own.
Fast enough.
Time to avoid the repel. Doesn't want to walk back towards that one.
He's just running towards Jensen now, so he's dead either way. Contracts from C9 is here to answer. But they saw him.
Reaction breaking out. Contracts going in on Lyra here, who's going to be knocked up. TP comes in, stun onto Lyra. TP coming in from behind. Impact over the wall. It's 4 versus 4 as Jensen comes down to join the fight as well. Seraph taunting off the enemy top laner as the hook comes in and Impact drops. EnVy finds themselves one.
That was really well played from EnVy there, Seraph,
to make him look like the bait, but now the rest of EnVy has arrived. The hook down onto Smoothie. Fox shows up. Smoothie jumping away
Niski from the side here.
Engaging, but Niski coming in on the side, dropping the burst onto contracts. Apollo grabbing the kill as Jensen has to try to make his way out of this one. The Valkyrie over the wall. Most explosive game, but now it's going to be Smoothie who gets jumped on, trying to face check the brush there, ends up getting himself caught out, and EnVy will find the pick.
He just got obliterated there, and now they generated, and look at that, Seraph's even going to use the Stand United early, and they caught Jensen.
Hook into the box. Jensen going to be forced to run away from this one. Flash used to keep himself safe as EnVy stays on the Baron. It's below 3,000, and EnVy will secure this major objective for themselves. Last split, that would have been a potential.
Look at that respect from Apollo, where he's like, they could be in here.
And there they go. Himself hooked. Apollo may be in some trouble. Going to be turned to safety, but he's bursted before he can even get himself out. He died with flash up, but now the counterattack from EnVy. Contracts repels himself up into the air. Going to be landing in a moment. The stun is not timed correctly, but the damage still comes through. Smoothie at half HP. Jensen makes his way towards this one.
That was also the
outside of the base. That is that tier 2 in top lane.
Oh, catch on Impact. He might be done for.
Gets himself hooked up, takes burst, gets dropped pretty rapidly, tries to flash out, but Lyra has the cast right where it needs to be. Impact still trying to get himself out of this one. The play comes in. Impact with slices and dices.
Lyra body slam flash now.
Yup. No matter what you do, no matter how many chances you got, you still lose your top laner, but losing mid for it is not a good trade. Cloud9 pushing into the base of EnVy, out-rotating them, punishing them for investing too hard into Impact as Niski goes into the back line. Now the repel used to dodge away from at least a little bit of the ultimate damage. Niski with no ult, Cloud9 disengaging, but Apollo is bottom, pushing into that inhibitor as well. And you're trying to get away. Lyra's coming back. The taunt from Seraph. 3 dead on the side of Cloud9. A double kill from Seraph. As Jensen and Sneaky now have no one left to protect them. They've got to back themselves away. Apollo taking down the bottom lane inhibitor and EnVy.
We're just going to get this inhib.
Yeah, Cloud9's going for the trade.
Yeah, and when there's an inhibitor down mid, it's much harder to push it as the team that has Baron. Takes you a little bit longer, but you can go for the other side lanes. And Sneaky's going to keep pushing.
Goes down. EnVy manages to break apart 2 separate lanes of the Cloud9 base. Impact thinking about going into this fight, popping the ulti, but he's dragged in with the hook and bursted down. The damage from Apollo will seal his fate. The Feather Storm comes out, the feathers fly, the double kill for Apollo, and Cloud9 is 3 versus 5.
And this might be game.
EnVy bearing down on the Nexus. They've got minions coming in from the bottom lane. There's only one Nexus turret still standing. EnVy with a full 5-man roster on the Cloud9 Nexus turret. Brings it down to 1% HP or somewhere about there. Sneaky taking some damage from those Syndra spells. EnVy still trying to end this one here. Contracts gets caught out, and that should be it. Jensen and Sneaky again, the only 2 standing. And exhausted Tristana cannot deal with 5 EnVy members, and EnVy will go up 1-0.
Jensen ends the game.
Okay, going with the Gnar instead. Been very strong on patch 7.13. Been seeing a lot of play across all regions after the buffs. Not surprised to see it here.
Yeah, I feel like he's like really...
Get away from my frog.
This is a crazy
That's my frog. Seraph will try to stop this, but the problem is, now he's got to get back to the safety of his turret, and he still might die. He's level 2. Trying to flash away. The tower aggro is taken by Impact, who then jumps away, and first blood goes to Cloud9.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Lock camera. Interesting, but hold on. Jensen, 6.
Jensen riding the Weaver's wall on top of Seraph, and they take him down for the 2nd time this game.
Yeah, it looks like C9 are targeting Seraph only, though. Looks like Root, knock up.
Oh, Lantern! Nope. Sneaky's got that one last hit. Apollo dies mid-flight.
Yeah, yes. And it's just the small things. Niski, though.
Hit by the knockout, decides to go back in. Petrifying Gaze comes out, and they'll actually punish Contracts here. The cavalry arrives. Yeah, just look away, chat. Audience, everybody. It's not going to be a pretty one. Seraph gets jumped on, boomeranged. He'll be knocked up into the air just momentarily. Impact will just stay permanently hasted from those hyper procs. Flag and Drag doesn't even get to come out. Impact grabs himself his first kill.
Help. And now on bottom side, Arrow.
Got Arrow. Wow, right as he lands. But the knockup coming out from the Rakan to keep Sneaky safe, if only for a moment. Lyra grabbing the kill credit on that one, as Smoothie has to flash out to stay alive. The return kill from Impact onto Hakuo, as Jensen escapes over the wall, barely. Hook out on the Smoothie. Hakuo always looking for those chances, but he's going to find himself caught out now as Cloud9 makes the collapse. Damage coming through. Box thrown out defensively. Into the back line goes Contract, but exhausted. He may now be the one who's punished too far into the fight. The damage continuing to come through as Niski's off to the side, going to be keeping himself alive. A nice miasma to hold down Cloud9. The Cataclysm will be jumped away from as Cloud9 loses one off of that engage.
And this is a 1-for-0, but yeah.
Could just walk through this river and face check there. He's dead. He just walks over the trap, gets the mark on him. It's curving the bullet like Angelina.
Impact got interrupted. Yep. Dude, that's two for Lyra. Kill. So Seraph gets pressure top. He's the bluff. Last time they said, oh, you didn't actually have enough to defend a complete push.
Cloud9 has all 5 bottom. Cataclysm comes out, used to hold down Contracts, if only for a moment. They will get the kill on him, and now the counterattack from Envy. They've got to find something for losing that
for a wall.
He is. Wall comes out. There comes the initiation from Smoothie, trying to grab the combo. The kill comes out already onto Hakuo. Seraph still blocked off on the other side of the wall. Niski and Lyra alive.
But this is like a pick group. They consistently have the highest kill participation on the team. Fight break down,
and Sneaky is caught. The miasma is down, and he is gone. Niski grabbing the kill credit on that one as Cloud9 tries to turn the fight around. Seraph taken low, but not taken down just yet. Jensen going to be the target as Lyra jumps in, but cannot secure the kill. The flash away will keep the Cloud9 mid laner alive as Niski looks to sink his fangs into Impact. The Noxious Blast finds its mark. A little bit more damage will do it, and Niski gets the kill. That is a 3-for-0 for Envy.
Is that a Baron? Seraph's going to kind of cut their losses there. They saw that it got started up, and they don't want to take the higher probability play. Okay.
Okay. Baron sat there for 40 HP for so long.
Oh, they were kind of a bit...
Hakuo.
Interesting.
Good hook there onto Contract, stopping Cloud9 from getting away with this Infernal take. But now, are they biting off more than they can chew? Hakuo eating a lot of damage from this. Contract's taken low, but not taken down. Yet the arrow comes through. Hakuo with the flash over the wall. Infernal Drake still being attempted by Cloud9, and Envy ends up just suiciding their mid laner.
That was Envy actually not bringing enough people there. So what happened was Envy delayed the Baron dying intentionally. People ran away so that they could get to the Infernal Drake. And Seraph gonna die here because Frozen Mallet's an item.
Yep. Fun times against Frozen Mallet Nar.
Yep. Once you get
cause of how easy it can be to get flanked and being stuck in this narrow corridor.
They're going in.
And now they're starting off. The wall comes through. Smoothie goes in. The stuns come out. The arrow is returned onto the Nar. As the stuns are there long enough to knock him down and take him out. Contracts in retreat. Smoothie too. Sneaky.
Good. Happen again in this game.
Oh, arrow out. There it goes. The wombo combo, the damage, and Sneaky's gone before he can react at all. Don't worry, though, because Contracts will be keeping him company on the spawn platform. Black and white's the view for these guys.
Trying to trade something back, but this just gets obliterated, and they'll have the Baron-powered recalls. I don't feel like he's going to get that.
Yeah, Impact's working on it, but...
And they would have been like, oh, you know, maybe we give one back. Our red side isn't that great. But look at this, the engage.
Here comes the engage. God! The massive ultimate is going to just shred Envy to pieces. 3 already dead, and Cloud9 finds exactly what they needed to bring this game back into the ballpark. Hakuo and Seraph have to try to escape, but the wall placement and timing could not be better. Jensen cuts him off, and one
play there from Cloud9. They got too eager to go in there. Gets back with a Baron-empowered. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. No. That was just the vision difference.
Yeah, that was the fog of war.
Yeah. But Elder Dragon in 35 seconds.
Cloud9's execution on that could not have been better, and it made this game possible again as Contract gets caught out. right as the Elder Drake fight is going to be happening, but C9 decides to go for it anyway. Smoothie going to be taken low, but Sneaky's down first. Smoothie joins him, and 3 dead for Cloud9. Means EnVy may look for the win here, especially if they can take Jensen out. Gargoyle Stone Plate for Seraph to keep him alive and allow him to tank this. Oh, but that's the hook they needed. Jensen goes down, the shutdown for Apollo, and EnVy will make their victory march towards the base.
Yeah, they're going to try to go for the game here. I don't think Impact can do what Seraph did and cut the wave. They're going to go for it. They're going to push. They have so many members up here.
Aquo stoning Impact away from this ever-valuable minion line. As long as they keep at least one of them alive to keep the backdoor protection off, EnVy can keep this push going. 10 seconds on Contracts, 10 on Smoothie, 15 for Sneaky. That's the first damage threat that's going to be up. Nexus turret number 1 is gone. Nexus turret number 2 can say the same. And against all expectations, EnVy will 2-0 Cloud9.
And EnVy now move to a tie for 4th place.